Welcome back to Dusty Toys. In this video we're going to do part 3 of my Doctor Who series. So before we get on to the main topic of this video, the TARDISes, my brother actually gave me all his Doctor Who toys. So there's some extra figures that I just want to go over quickly. The first one being this sonic screwdriver. It's in pretty bad condition. It doesn't work anymore. It's missing the bottom and the battery compartment. It pops up, which is pretty cool, and there's like transparent green plastic in there. It doesn't go all the way down, so there's gaps in between the teeth here, but it's pretty cool. So now let me turn the camera around and show off some of the figures. So the first figures I'm going to show are the Cybermen. I've already discussed these in a previous video, part 2 actually. They're just the regular arm cannon Cybermen. A point to note to make those that this one, a lot of the silver plastic has, silver paint has rubbed off, so you can see the black plastic from underneath. And then this guy is actually a damaged Cyberman, so there's detailing around the leg and around the arm from the damage, which I think is pretty cool. There's really not much you can do with this. The best one out of here is this one, which is an uncannon one, and it has most of the silver paint, but this guy, he's more of a display piece than anything. Moving on, my brother also had a couple of Weeping Angels. This one is the same sculpt as the one I previously had, but it's in the stone paint job, which I much prefer. So yeah, it's just a Weeping Angel, literally. And then this one is in a clear transparent plastic, similar to the blue one I have, but it is screaming and has different hands. So yeah, just more Weeping Angels, which is always great to have. Then, if you have a Doctor Who collection, obviously you need the Doctor. His favourite Doctor is the 11th Doctor, so we had that figure. It also has, if I can get it out, his little sonic screwdriver. This guy's in pretty good condition. These ones and the next figure were all brand new. He's got his bow tie and checkered shirt and blazer. Pretty good articulation, just overall similar. Bend at the knee, twist at the thigh. His leg can go up to almost 90 degrees, full 300 at 60 at the arm, bend at the elbow and bicep, twist at the wrist, and obviously his head can turn. And the annoying thing is, his sonic screwdriver, his hand is sculpted so the Doctor can like read the sonic screwdriver instead of pointing it. So if you try to point it, it looks a bit strange, but oh well. And finally, this was also a brand new figure. This is a Dalek from the 13th Doctor era. I never really understood this design, because an alien that looks like this could build a Dalek that is more manoeuvrable and more powerful than the standard bronze Dalek. In the show it had missiles here, and this figure can move at the middle like in the show and at the head. The plunger or grabby thing and the blaster don't really move much. It's even worse than the already not much movement on the regular bronze Dalek. His eye can move up quite far, and the cool feature about this one is that this hatch can open at the front, and this Dalek actually came with a little Dalek alien, so you can either have it like coming out from the Dalek, or if you really push it in there, hold on, you can actually get him in there, which I think is pretty cool. So those are all the toys my brother had that he gave me. He only gave me because he just didn't use them and didn't have enough space for them. He's really into Lego at the moment, vintage Lego and stuff, so I think he wanted to pass these on to me, who I have quite an expansive collection of these, so I hope he understands that, you know, I will look after these. So he did have one more thing, a TARDIS, but I'm going to discuss that with the other TARDISes, which we'll start with right now. Okay, so this is the first TARDIS I ever got. It is the B&M regenerated 4th Doctor and TARDIS. So before we talk about the TARDIS, we'll talk about the figure it came with. So this is the regenerated 4th Doctor, so it's a Tom Baker head sculpt on probably a John Pertwee body. So this is like literally after he regenerated. As you can see, he actually has the 11th Doctor's sonic screwdriver here. This is because my first ever Doctor Who figure was an 11th Doctor, and I lost him before I got this set. I think I broke him, but somehow I managed to keep his accessory. So I just always gave that to my regenerated 4th Doctor because I had nothing else to give him. So yeah, he's got a pretty good head sculpt. There's some weird colouring here where this is more orange and this is more brown, even though it's like the same hair. And, you know, it's not a super interesting figure. It's not like the normal 4th Doctor figure. But yeah, he's got the normal articulation, the same actually as the other 4th Doctor. But having a look at the TARDIS, it's a nice blue colour. It's a Baker / Pertwee TARDIS. This is my favourite TARDIS design that I have, I think. There's grey at the police public call box sign up here, and then the actual lettering is black. You've got the black underneath the white lettering for the pull to open door. You have a keyhole there and a silver handle there. Turning it around, you know, the windows are very nice. There's some nice weathering on here. I like it. There's sort of a wood grain pattern as well. Speakers and battery compartment. This is B&M set, so it means that it probably doesn't do anything. That I think, to my knowledge, there's only one B&M TARDIS that has actually made noises. So you can see there's no screw here, and this is glued on. So it doesn't make any lights or sounds. B&M sets are normally sets that are just made to be cheap and easy to get out. The only feature it has is opening doors. So you push this door, you push them open, and there is nothing inside. There's the remains of a battery compartment that no longer exists. You can put the Doctor inside if you want. But yeah, there's really not much in there. At the bottom, I'm not sure if you can see, probably can't, there is a button there. And at the top there is a little thing, a spring thing to hold this door. So if you do this, you can see that this door is very loose, and it's meant to be like that. You pull this door shut first, and then instead of pulling this door to close it, you push the button at the bottom and it springs shut. So yeah, it is a really nice looking TARDIS. It obviously doesn't really do much. I normally display this with my scarfed 4th Doctor, which is fitting seeing as this is from the first episode Tom Baker did, and that also included the K1 robot. So now, let's move on to my next TARDIS. So I'm actually going to go sort of out of order now. Instead of going to the next TARDIS I got, this is actually the latest TARDIS I've gotten. And this is the 13th Doctor's TARDIS that my brother gave me, because this was his. It mostly uses the same sculpt as the TARDIS I just showed you, which is a reoccurring pattern. As you'll notice, you know, you still got the same lock there, same handle. Different pull to open door, which is more accurate to the show. It actually opens from this way. It doesn't actually open, but in the show it opens this way instead of opening that way. White windows. This time it's a black base with white lettering over the top. This one is electronic, so there is a switch on the bottom and this button here, so when you set it down, it makes noises. I'll go over the lights and sounds in a moment, because it has the same ones as the next TARDIS. The lantern is very thin. It's alright. It's got quite a high roof as well. The Baker TARDIS I just showed you had a very flat roof and a very big lantern. The blue colour is quite nice. I like this darker, almost purple colour. There's obviously a screw here now and still the speakers. Doors can still open, and sadly there is still no interior card for this TARDIS. It's the same mechanism to shut the door. This one's very loose, and you just pull it shut, and then there's a button there at the bottom to close it. Moving on, this is the second TARDIS I ever got, actually, second TARDIS exterior, and it's the first electronic TARDIS exterior I got. Having a look at the figure, this is the First Doctor as portrayed by David Bradley in An Adventure in Space and Time and Twice Upon a Time. So he's portraying William Hartnell. Obviously, William Hartnell can't be the Doctor anymore because he has sadly passed away quite a few years ago now. This is a B&M set. This is the only electronics TARDIS B&M set. It does mean the figure has doesn't have much detailing. You know, the cravat and the buttons aren't painted. They're just in the base black colour. The scarf is painted, which is very nice to see, and he has his hat, which is very nice, and the head sculpt does look like David Bradley. He has a checkered pattern on his legs or trousers, which is very nice, and has the same articulation as all the other figures. Having a look at the TARDIS, it's in a bright blue colour, which I'm not really sure about it, and it has a black base. I'm not really sure how I feel about it. It is based off the Once Upon a Time, Adventure in Space and Time, almost documentary. And this is how it looks in that. So it has a sort of a worn pull-to-open door, which I really like. I much prefer the higher roof and the fatter lantern up top. This has the white lettering over the black base and white windows. Opening the doors, still nothing inside. This one, as I said, is electronic. So there's the switch and the button there. So let's have a look at those features. So as I said, there's a switch at the bottom and a button. So first, there are actually full sound effects. So the first one is a long landing. And as you can see, the lantern lights up top. Next one is a long takeoff. And as you can see, once after the takeoff, it is theoretically in flight, so the lantern continues to fade in and out. The second to last one is a short landing. So as you can see, it's much shorter, and the final one is a short takeoff. So as you can see, that takeoff is shorter, and it still pulsates. The 13th Doctor TARDIS is mostly the same, it just doesn't have the short takeoff and landing sound, and when it is landed, the lantern continues to pulsate compared to this one where it stops pulsating. So the final TARDIS exterior I have is the 9th/10th Doctor electronic TARDIS exterior, and this is by far the most interesting one out of all of them. As you can see, it's wider than the other ones. Taking a look at it, it is a nice blue, darker blue colour, not quite the same as the 13th Doctor's TARDIS. No longer white windows, and this is sort of the classic TARDIS design, you know, white over black here, black over white here. It is electronic. The speaker is just here now instead of being up here. This is quite old. I got this last Christmas, same with the first Doctor one. I did not get this new. This came out in about 2010, this probably came out about 2007, maybe. You got a gold lock here and a silver handle here and there. Some wood texturing there as well. Now the cool bit is that if I just push this door open a bit, this door actually opens to reveal a phone. This is, I believe, the same one from the Money Box and the TARDIS interior playset. But I think that's really cool that they added this. They definitely didn't need to do this. Now, opening the main doors to actually put this back in, you just push it shut. Opening the main doors, you can actually see they had added a cardboard interior insert, which is really cool. It doesn't really give the illusion that it's big on the inside, but they tried. To shut the doors, this one is actually spring loaded. It is not loose. You just pull it a bit and it will spring shut. And then 2 bricks here on the floor are the button to shut this door. Now, this has quite a few electronic features, so let me turn the lights off and show you. So I've turned the light off now. You can obviously not really see anything, but switching it on, the lantern pulsates and all the lights turn on. So as you can see, there are lights that light up the window and the police public call box signage, and I just think this just looks so amazing. You know, from a distance, it just looks so cool. Opening the doors, the light lights up the interior as well, and it plays a humming sound from the interior of the TARDIS. This has the long and short takeoff and landing from the other TARDISes, like the other ones, but this is called a flight control TARDIS. So I'm just going to quickly show you what that means. So character options have done 3 flight control TARDISes. This one, the 9th/10th Doctor one. I think they did an 11th Doctor one and a 12th Doctor one. It basically means there's a spindle on the bottom which you put your finger on, and then you spin it, and it makes noises. So it's meant to imitate that it's in flight. And it obviously plays the noise that it's in flight. And it also has sort of motion controls. If you shake it, it has sort of a sound that the TARDIS is crashing. So that is all my TARDISes, or at least TARDIS exteriors. Next video, part 4, we will end this series with the 9th/10th Doctor electronic TARDIS interior playset, which is what this is. Remember, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 150 subscribers. So if we can do that, that would be really great. Anyway, see you in the next video. Bye.